The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network as we kick off a 5-game weekend to start our December slate. Salesianum looking for redemption against the Rams of Springford, who defeated Salesianum on the Sal's opening night. But since then, Salesianum have responded with 5 consecutive wins to now stand at 5-1 on the year. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena. Great to be back with you all. Hope you've all had a happy Thanksgiving holiday. And now we turn our attention back to the ice as we push through December toward the Christmas holiday break. Salesianum on a 5-game heater, looking for redemption against the Rams, and Sammy Pietropaulo in net for Salesianum, looking for redemption as well. He got the call when the Rams beat the Sal's 3-0 on opening night. He's 1-1 on the year with a .361 goals against average and a save percentage of .875. On the other side of the red line, Grant Olson getting the call for the Springford Rams. 6-3 on the season with a .431 goals against average and a save percentage of .871. Salesianum's just got to get pucks on net, pucks on net, pucks on net. That's going to be the key for them to battle back to a season series split with the Rams. That being said, they'll have to do so without 2 of their key forwards, Nick Labuono and Sean Albert, both scratched from the lineup tonight. Braden Graham does get the start at center, though. 9 goals and 6 helpers on the year in just 6 games played, so 2.5 points a game for Graham. Also pushing 2-point-a-game territory, second-line forward Connor Davis. He's accounted for 5 Salesianum goals so far and 6 assists. We're going to take a quick timeout on the Delaware Hockey Network. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it.
A live look inside Fred Rust Arena as we get set to kick off a Friday DHN doubleheader. The Springford Rams and Salesianum meeting for the second time here in the 2024-25 ICSHL season. And without further ado, we're going to take you inside the glass for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League presents a varsity matchup between the visiting Springford Rams and Salesianum. Tonight's game at all Salesianum home games through the course of the 2024-25 season air live in high definition on the Delaware Hockey Network, proud media partners of Salesianum hockey dating to 2017. And now, without further ado, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Springford Rams, starting in goal, number 93, Grant Olson. On defense, number 20, Cohen Graff. And number 29, Gavin Penchak. At left wing, number 77, Broden Nickel. At right wing, number 8, William Schaefer. And at center, number 65, Dylan Sear. And now let's meet the starting six for Salesiano. Starting in goal, number 1, Sammy Pietropaulo. On defense, number 6, Peter Brennan. And number 23, Aiden Danaker. At left wing, number 20, Michael Salucci. At right wing, number 4, Michael Flaherty. And starting at center, number 5, Braden Graham. Salesianum is coached by Brian LeBlanc, assisted by Bob Thomas, John Travis, and Devin LeBlanc. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League, are Rob Savastano and Sean Green. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Set for Friday night hockey from Fred Rust Arena. Salesianum traveling left to right in their home ecru sweaters. Gold helmets, blue numbers on the sleeves and back. After 5 years of suffering through gold on white and not being able to tell our hand from our glove from 100 feet away. Easy to read navy blue numbers on these Salesianum home kits. Spring forward in their away navy blue. If you remember the old Nashville Predators uniforms with the gray yoke, these effectively that. We're set to kick off a Friday doubleheader here at Fred Rust Arena. More of a gallery than an audience on hand tonight. As a spectator section, pretty sedate for a Friday night matchup. And off we go from Fred Rust Arena. This is Michael Flaherty flipping the puck from his own blue line, the length of the ice, and it will come back an icing 28 seconds into the opening period. Quick shot off the draw, covered up by Pietro Paolo for a pause and play. Just 31 seconds into the proceedings. That was Dylan Sear who took aim right off the face-off. Penchak fed the puck at the left point. Tried to one-time one from distance, but it was wide of the far post. Salucci clears. Icing waved off by Sean Green. He and Rob Savastano are on-ice officials this evening. Schaefer advances this to Nickel, but that headman pass through the neutral zone was broken up, recovered by Kropp. Turned back the other direction, but a 2-on-2 just inside the spring forward blue line failed to materialize as Mason Dewar couldn't reel in the vulcanized rubber. Grayson Betterly from his own line sends this back. Pastor gives it away on the breakout pass attempt. Holding the zone momentarily was Mercante. This held in by Kropp at the left point. Centering pass from Dewar did not connect. Kropp offering good support. Stripped of the puck behind the spring forward cage. Pastor could not clear. D'Italia protected at the near side as we come to the 100-second mark of the opening period of play. Brady Mercante looking for space. Was stripped of the puck. It was vaulted up the near wall by Pastor. Venezia, drop pass. The shot from Patrick Fergus was paddled away by Pietro Paolo to the near corner as we come to the 2-minute juncture of the first period. Graff joining the play, holds the left point. He throws the puck off the back dashers. Sean Melican works this clear, and it's advanced by Kropp up the middle to Brady Mercante, but he was outnumbered upon reaching the spring forward blue line, and subsequently the puck was removed from his possession. Braden Graham, leading scorer for Salesianum. Took it away from Penchak up the far side. Sal's pressing in attacking position. Net front feed intended from Liam Bell. Did not make it to Ethan Mercante. Turned back the other direction by Springford's Nathan Riley. Recovered by Daniker. He tried to chip it off the glass. Brought back down by Riley. Loose puck. Riley shooting. That chance from the top of the near circle was blocked by Sean Melican's skate. Penchak recovers in neutral territory across to Graff. This goes. Advanced up the far boards toward Nathan Riley. Taken away. Barreling in is Graham. He centers the puck amid a hit to Ethan Mercante. Shot from distance Caught and held by Grant Olson for a break in the action. 3 minutes and 3 ticks into the first period. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. InjuryDE.com, the place to go. To learn more and to schedule a free consultation, you can call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. Trying to jam one in on the doorstep was Ethan Mercante off the bell setup to no avail. This is cleared by Dunleavy. Icing waved off. Brennan back to recover for Salesianum as we work to the 4-minute mark of the first period. Almost sedate environs at Fred Rust Arena tonight. Oakmont on a Thursday is probably a little bit more electric than this, we'd say, which is unusual. This will come back an icing with 12:42 to go in the first. Sal's capitalize on the attacking zone faceoff, but Davis's net front setup sailed through traffic. Venezia with a cross-ice feed in the neutral zone after clearing his own territory could not find Fergus. This is Penchak back inside the Rams blue line. He weaves his way through traffic. He lets a long shot go from right at the Salesianum blue line, but it cleared the crossbar, ricocheted off the back glass, and coming back the other direction is Jerry DiStefano. 2-on-1. DiStefano shot. Where's the puck? It was lost in the skates, or rather in the pads of Grant Olson after he made the save and ultimately cleared out of harm's way. Solid opportunity for the Salesianum side. Here's Connor Davis taking aim from distance. He was steered toward the near corner by Pastor after receiving a stretch pass through neutral territory. Davis has it again. Dish to DiStefano behind the net. Net front set up, broken up by the reaching stick of Aiden Pastor. Pastor looking for space now after gaining possession and control. Advance to Venezia up the middle. He tips the puck into the far corner of the Salesianum end where Sean Melican recovers. Melican throws this through traffic, and it will come back an icing with 11:25 to go in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. Face off to the right of Sammy Pietropaulo. This is Flaherty. 2-on-4 though for the Sal's. Strong spring forward back check getting in their way. The shot covered up. By Grant Olson. 11:10 remaining in the opening frame. Salucci was in for the faceoff. Flaherty could not maintain possession and control for Salesianum. And Cohen Graff works this back up the near side to Schaefer on further up ice. The puck was tipped by Nickel over the Salesianum blue line. Salucci recovers. He sets up a 2-on-2 Flaherty. Cross ice pass. That shot from Alex Gaynor was tipped off the glove of Olson and out of play. Wouldn't you know it, off a shot from Gaynor, that pesky Fred Rust Arena organist coming up with I Will Survive. always room for punnery. Wouldn't you know it? Shot from Melican from the left point. Deflected up and away into the near glass through traffic. Two-a-side battle for the rebound developing. Unable to maintain was Kropp. Broden Nickel leads a 2-on-3 counterattack, but flubbed the pass to Schaefer round about the Salesianum blue line. This is flipped over the boards and out of play with 9:55 to go in the first. Our crew tonight, Ellie Bates on videography duty. Sydney Butler operating cam 2 and getting her first taste of technical directing. Longtime the 412 crew member. Branching out more behind the scenes. And of course, our production assistant Eli Swope, the stat man, and the other stat man, Tim Dominic, hanging out with us in the 412 press box as well. Great thanks, as always, to the entire crew for a perpetual job well done. Off the Pietro Paolo save, Daniker advances this to Graham. Here's a 2-on-2 for Salesianum. Graham, drop pass. That shot from Mercante was wide, steered wider yet by Olsen. Graham working the perimeter of the zone. Looking for a shot lane, none to be had. He circles behind the cage. Oh, that was bobbled at the point by Betterly. He lost the zone. A little too much mustard on that pass for Grayson Betterly to handle, and he turns it over in the neutral zone to Isaac Bistel. Bistel with the dump and change. Daniker working the puck the other direction. Ethan Mercante stood up in neutral ice. Here's Pastor with a shot from distance. Blockered away by Pietro Paolo. Little Petey, his big brother Joey, is a Salesianum alumnus. Cooper Venezia outnumbered upon gaining the Salesianum line. And plays whistle to a halt with 8:01 to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game to this point. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Graff throws the puck across ice, trying to barrel back in. Ooh! Ill-timed there. That was offside, and we're going to look at that again. Quick look on the 412 Communications instant replay. There the zone is cleared. DeStefano cutting back in, but didn't have the time on the entry. Synchronized just right. So that timing issue led to a neutral zone faceoff and took away a potential odd man rush. Shots in Salesianum's favor, 6-4 as we work to 10 minutes completion in the first period. But we remain 0-0. Sear, centering pass, broken up in net front commotion. Melican launches this clear, icing waved off. That puck ruled tipped by Rob Savastano. So Celentino recovers. It's played around to the near point by Davis to Melican. Back to Davis wearing number 15 this season, as opposed to the 32 that we saw him in last season. Melican to DeStefano up the middle. Here's a 3-on-2. Centering pass, Celentino with a shot off the Davis setup and this is skied into the netting and out of play. 6.5 to go in the first period. Solid chance from Salesianum to get one in that odd man rush. And we restart in the near circle. Here a shot from Aiden Daniker was just off its intended mark. Daniker crossing back to the near half wall, trying to pile drive his way deeper into Spring Ford territory. Holding his ground is Seth Galati in Ram Navy Blue. Breakout foiled by Brennan. Second time, working in Spring Ford's favor. But Daniker recovers for the Sal's at center red. We're 11 into the first of a 0-0 hockey game. Galati failed to advance the puck cleanly to Patrick Fergus. Salesianum trying to drive back in, ruled offside with 5:41 remaining in the first. Salucci across from Falbo for the neutral ice draw, driven deep into the Spring Ford end, but just as quickly cleared out by Penchak. Daniker recovers. He builds up good momentum behind his own goal. Headman pass to Flaherty. Flaherty outnumbered as he gains the Spring Ford zone. Stick handles in. He tries to walk the line and generate a shot to no avail as we come to the final 5 and change of the first period. This taken away from Flaherty after he gathered in his own rebound. Cohen Graff turned play behind his own goal to the near side. Out to center this comes. Pitchfork by Salucci through the rafters and into the near corner of the Spring Ford end. Chased down by Mason Dewar. He's bodied into the corner boards by Graff. This is chipped by Falbo across neutral territory. Turned the other way by Betterly. Mercante couldn't walk in from the Spring Ford blue line, and Betterly will try again from his own stripe. Advancing pass up the right wing boards finds Mason Dewar, but he's bodied off the puck. Riley recovers for the Rams, but he couldn't cleanly connect with Nickel round about the Salesianum blue line. Back this comes off the stick of Connor Morady. Dewar gains the zone, taken off his feet as he's pinched to the corner by Falbo. They collapse in a heap. Puck ends up on the stick of Broden Nickel, leading scorer for Spring Ford with 10 goals and 17 assists so far this year. In fact, second leading scorer. Line mate Dylan Sear leading the way with 14 and 16 in 9 games played for the Rams. So 2 forwards in 3-point-a-game territory, but it looks an awful lot like Devon Prep in that there are those 2 high-power forwards working on the same line. But then beyond that, the depth could be a little bit questionable, save for Aiden Pastor, who's accounted for 2 points a game from the blue line. Three and a half to go in the opening period of play. No score from Fred Rust Arena. Both teams trying to shake off the turkey coma, as are we in the press box. But that's a different story for a different day. Bell leaves this to Melican at the point. Working down low is Ethan Mercante. Graham offering support. Protects the puck for Salesianum, but his passing lanes are broken up at the far corner by the reaching stick of Nickel. So Graham stick handles the perimeter of the zone. A move reminiscent of Mike Niski in his time at UD. And we've got our first penalty of the game. Coming at the 14-13 mark of the first period. First Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night for Salesianum. Learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings at desportsmed.com. Springford penalty was assessed to number 65, Dylan Sear, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 13 seconds in the first period. Sear, 2 for roughing at 14-13. DeStefano drop pass across the line to Davis. Second leading scorer for Salesianum with a long shot that was wide. This is Graham quarterbacking the power play. To Bell. 45 seconds gone on the man advantage. Back high to Graham. They switch places. Bell the recipient of a drop pass, and he shoots from distance. Holding on for the break in action is Grant Olson, now 9 for 9 on the save department with 1:48 to go in the first period of a scoreless as yet hockey game. Alex Gaynor in for the draw for the Sals, across from Falbo, and he wins the faceoff. Stepping up to the top of the left circle, shooting was Brennan, but that puck was tipped high and away. Rams clear. Melican is back to recover. 1.5 minutes to go in the opening period of action from Fred Rust Arena. No score as yet. 35 seconds remaining on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Sals. Melican taking aim. Friendly fire down low as Gaynor got a piece of that, but couldn't reel in the puck for the secondary opportunity. This again cleared as we come to the final minute of play in the first period. Still no score. Alex Gaynor slowed up by Nickel right as he reached the Springford blue line. Melican protecting the puck, shot through traffic, holding for the pause is Grant Olson. And with 45 to go in the first, we've got a chance to catch our breath. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Rams offside as we come to the final half minute of the opening frame. They were successful on the PK. This frozen by Olson on the dump in with 26 seconds to go. And the faceoff comes to his right. So Salesianum gaining the attacking zone draw. DeStefano couldn't pile drive his way to the net. Unable to hold the zone was Daniker. Celentino let the puck roll back into neutral territory. At the other side, a shot from Patrick Fergus, easily blocked down by Pietro Paolo. Last chance for Davis up the left wing boards. Time ticks away as the puck is taken from him, and that, friends, will do it for the first period. Through 17 minutes, the score: Springford 0, Salesianum 0. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network. And welcome back to a scoreless hockey game between Salesianum and Springford after the Rams won the first meeting between these teams to kick off the Salesianum season. And winning it by a tally of 3-0. Salesianum so far with the upper hand on the shot department, 10-5. Make it 10-6. But they've yet to find the back of the Springford net. 17 seconds gone in period number 2. An icing against the Sal's will set up another face-off to the right of Sammy Pietropalo, who stopped all 5 pieces of vulcanized rubber fired his way in the first 17 minutes. Sear and Graham, leading centers for both sides. Taking the draw to the right of the Salesianum net. Ethan Mercante unable to work through traffic. This recovered by Morady. Left to Bell. Betterly back behind the cage to Liam Bell, and here he comes. Bell could not cleanly connect with Mercante on the breakout pass up the middle. So this comes back into the Salesianum zone. Mercante now to Graham. Graham, give and go, Mercante shot. This held on to by Olsen for a pause. And we'll have another look at that. 62 seconds into the second period. Here's the 4-1-2 instant replay. Mini 2-on-1 as Coach Bob Thomas harps on in practice and in the dressing room. Those mini 2-on-1 opportunities are absolutely crucial when it comes to generating A-grade chances. Davis to Celentino in the far corner. He tried to cycle the puck further to DiStefano. The centering pass from the corner intended for Davis was off its line, picked up by Patrick Fergus. He comes barreling in the other way. Centering feed to Galati. Couldn't reel in the puck in the low slot. Celentino again. Leaves this to D'Italia, who takes a shoulder from Venezia in the corner boards. Turns the puck over. Shot in traffic from Fergus. Resulted in Pietropalo's 7th save. Celentino back the other direction. That one's in! Salesianum lights the lamp. Jerry DiStefano leading the handshake cue. And 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the second period, it is 1-0 Salesianum. Here it comes again. A give and go with Salentino. And Jerry DiStefano potting his 5th of the season. Makes this a 1-0 hockey game. Salesianum strikes first in round 2 of Rams and Sal's. Salesianum goal! His 5th of the season. Scored by number 14, Jerry DiStefano. Assisted by number 35, Justin Salentino. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 5 seconds in the second period. DiStefano's 5th from Salentino at 2:05. And here they come again. Salucci steered to the near corner by Pastor, trying to work in close behind the goal. Lost the lane for the wraparound chance for a second Salesianum strike. Flaherty gave it away. Aiden Pastor. Oh, that was way offside. So after Springford failed to hold the line, they give up possession on a neutral zone faceoff. Brady Mercante generating a 2-on-2 shot from just above the left dot. Turned away. And offside on the subsequent re-entry. This covered up for a pause with 13:14 to go. Face-off moves to the left of Grant Olson, who stopped 12 of the 13 Salesianum shots that he's faced so far. Another failed breakout from Springford's perspective. Letting that one go was Penchak. Turned back in, chased down in the near corner by Kropp. Dewar double teamed in the far corner. Kropp offers support, but he gives the puck away to Will Schaefer. Up the left wing boards comes Schaefer to set up a 2-on-2 counterattack for the Rams, trailing 1-0 with just over 4 minutes gone in the second period. Sear and Kropp converge behind the net. Sear with support in the form of Colin Pera, who turns momentum from left to right in Springford's favor. But the back-checking Liam Bell recovers for the Sal's. Failed breakout. Pastor throws this back in the other way. Shot was stick-checked off its line by Morady right at the release. And that puck wobbled in close, but no cigar. 3-on-1 for the Sal's. Hard one-timer down the pipe from Ethan Mercante. Off the setup from Braden Graham, turned aside by Olson. This is recovered by Fergus. He flips the puck beyond the reach of Morady, chases it down to the near corner. Drop pass at the near dot, bobbled by Galati. Loose puck corralled off the backhand of Liam Bell. He accelerates up the left wing boards to regain the Springford zone, but it's taken away from him by Venezia. Melican in front of his own bench holding. Centering pass intended for Graham from Liam Bell. Sails through the slot and all the way back to the Salesianum goal line where Blake D'Italia recovers. 5.5 gone in period number 2 of a 1-0 hockey game. Advantage Salesianum over Springford after the Rams won 3-0 to hand the Sal's a defeat in their first game of the year. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. 11:10 to go in period number 2. Salesianum 1, Springford 0. And here's Schaefer splitting defenders, walking in. No! That rang off the post. Great opportunity as Schaefer generated himself a breakaway, but he found nothing but iron behind Sammy Pietropaulo. After an offside pass, play came all the way back to just in front of the Salesianum blue line. Barreling back in was Davis to facilitate the re-entry for the Sal's. Cross-ice pass from D'Italia to Melican. Shot was wide as he was checked off his feet by Schaefer right as he was delivering the shot. Celentino could not center cleanly to Davis. Springford dropping all 5 in below the tops of the circles. This taken away by Dunleavy. Will Schaefer about, 35,000 feet offside. And this is going to come back into neutral territory with 10:13 to go in the second. Those timing issues prevalent on both sides. And Salesianum taking advantage of another face-off. They have been absolutely solid in terms of face-off percentage tonight, at least. Maybe not in terms of percentage, as Eli's reporting it's 50-50, but they've certainly made the most of the opportunities, availed them over the face-off dot. So while they don't have the edge in terms of quantity, they've certainly got the edge in terms of quality. Again, we thank Eli Swope and Tim Dominic for giving us all the facts and figures as the game unfolds. 9.5 to go in the second period. LaPenta takes a hit as he gets rid of the puck. Celentino is going to feel 2 minutes of shame. First Delaware Trash Can Cleaning penalty kill of the night. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Waiting on word as to what the penalty is. We're getting reports of elbowing upstairs. As our downstairs liaison is not to be found. We'll get the particulars here for you momentarily. And indeed it is elbowing on Celentino. Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 35, Justin Salentino. 2 minutes for elbowing. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 41 seconds in the second period. Salentino 2 for elbowing at 17:41. Oh my goodness. Falbo well offside. Squandering Springford's momentum to this point for 70 seconds of this Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill have only yielded one shot on goal. We've entered the second half of the contest. Salesianum down a man for another 36, leading 1-0. Thanks to the goal from Jerry DiStefano. 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the second period. Bell couldn't spin move past Riley. He turned the puck over, but Riley finds himself outnumbered as he works into the Salesianum zone. The long slapper from Venezia was wide. Fergus near corner. Leaves this to Graff. Sal's are back full strength, 7:15 to go in the second period. Pietro Paolo sealing off the near corner of the cage to deny Fergus in the low slot. Here's Graham, splitting defenders, getting the shot away, but it was paddled aside by Grant Olson. Melican holding the point. Bell back to Melican as the defenders change. Bell tried to put one on a tee net front. Mercante could not jam one home amid heavy net front commotion. And this comes all the way back. Stretch pass to Graham. Time and space. Centering feed. Unable to connect on the welcome mat was Liam Bell. Nearly a second Salesianum goal, but an A-grade chance gone awry in the last second. Final 6 in the second period. Schaefer into a 1-on-2. Pinch to the far wall by the reaching stick of Aiden Daniker. Loose puck corralled by Melican, but given away to Sear. Sear stripped of the puck. It's advanced up the near side by Melican toward Graham. He and Chris Dunleavy converge in the near corner. Dunleavy recovers, but he's stripped of the vulcanized rubber by Connor Davis in the far corner. Recovering for Springford was Sear. Here's a 2-on-2 for the Rams. Sear's stick lifted. And the Sal's are back on the offensive. Centering pass through the slot from Davis to no avail. In close Davis, throwing the puck in on net. No goal. No goal. So play had stopped when Olsen covered the puck. And there is no continuation play in the USA Hockey rulebook. So Salesianum still looking for a second. This covered and held by Olsen for another break with 4:38 to go in the second. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele, your team, and your fans. Ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital. The 412 teams will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. Visit us today at 412communications.com. Salesianum doubles up. Tipped home on the doorstep by Michael Salucci. It's 2-0. Here it comes again. It was Michael Salucci with the tip. And the second Salesianum goal of the afternoon. A Salesianum goal, his first of the season, scored by number 20, Michael Salucci. Assisted by number 6, Peter Brennan. And number 4, Michael Flaherty. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 48 seconds of the second period. Salucci's first from Brennan and Flaherty at 12:48. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more about Dr. Bly's offerings, ranging from MagnaWave therapy to nutrition planning and more, all at desportsmed.com. This taken away by Nickel as Kropp couldn't work out of his own zone. 2.5 remaining in the second period. Salesianum 2, Springford 0 from Fred Rust Arena. This is cleared back to center. Thrown back in by Pastor. Morady swats the puck in the general direction of Kropp. It's taken away by Pastor. He tried to dipsy-doodle in net front, but his shot from point-blank range was headed wide of the post despite Pietropaulo making a play on it. Minute 45 in the second. Icing waved off. Chasing down the puck is Graham. Good heads-up play from Graham to keep momentum alive. And the Savastano whistle sounds with 1:28 to go. What have we got? Hooking, 15:32. Into the second period. The guilty party, Aiden Pastor. The result, a Delaware Sports Medicine power play for Salesianum. Learn more at desportsmed.com. The Springford penalty was assessed to number 32, Aiden Pastor, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes 32 seconds in the second period. Pastor, 2 for hooking at 15:32. Minute 5 remaining in the second. Graham from center point, off the feed from Davis. Bell, whistle, plays whistle dead. Looks like the net was knocked off its moorings behind Grant Olson as he crossed from post to post. So the faceoff's going to stay inside. Coming from the left, from Grant Olson's perspective. Gaynor and Sear meeting for the far dot draw. One by Alex Gaynor. This shot held on to by Olson for another pause. Gaynor, Salucci, Brennan, Melican, and Ethan Mercante, the 5 on for the Salesianum power play, as we wind our way to the final 32 seconds of the second period. And Salesianum working with a 2-0 advantage. Prime opportunity to make it 3-0. Here comes Gaynor. Brennan could not work the puck in close. That leaves the door open for a 1-on-1 for Springford's Broden Nickel. He takes an open ice shoulder and loses the puck. We come to the final 10. Turning and going is Peter Brennan, but he lost his path to the cage, and the horn sounds to signal the end of the second period. At the end of 2 periods, the score, Salesianum 2, Springford 0. Back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. A pair of second period goals, giving Salesianum the lead through 34 minutes. It was Jerry DiStefano lighting the lamp. 2:05 into the second period to open the scoring for the Sals. And then with 4:12 to go, a net front tip off this Peter Brennan shot by Michael Salucci to jam the puck past Grant Olson and double the Salesianum advantage. 32 seconds remaining. on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. For Salesianum traveling from west to east, from left to right in their home ecru colors. Spring forward in their away blue kits, moving from right to left. So a second unsuccessful power play for Salesianum, but they look to prolong the momentum. The shot from Graham was tipped on net, but turned aside by Olson. Schaefer the other way, sandwiched by Davis and Graham. Graham takes a shoulder into the near corner, pursuing the puck. Sear opens fire, and he scores. Dylan Sear potting his 15th of the season. And Spring Ford have gotten on the board. A minute into the third period. Dylan Sear notching his 15th of the year, taking away the shutout hopes of Sammy Pietropaulo and making this now a 2-1 hockey game. Springford goal, 15th of the season, scored by number 65, Dylan Sear, assisted by number 77, Broden Nickel, and number 8, William Schaefer. Time of the goal, 1 minute even in the third period, correction. It was Sear's 15th from Nickel and Schaefer at 1 minute in the third period. Talia intercepts in close, but he gives it away to Pastor. Gainer dipsy doodles past Venezia to work out of his own zone. Barreling back the other direction is Pastor after Flaherty could not maintain the Salesianum forward momentum. So now a more dangerous 2-1 lead after the Sal's enter the third period with the comfort of a 2-goal advantage. Kropp checked off the puck. Venezia clears this over the glass and out. So this comes back into the spring forward zone. Dewar hauled into the far corner, checked off the biscuit, recovering is Dunleavy. Dewar again, centering feed, fanned on by Kropp, waiting net front. And this will be driven out of harm's way and carried up the neutral zone by Riley. Advanced to Falbo. He dumps the puck into the near corner. He holds his ground in a confrontation for the puck across from Brady Mercante. Clearing was Dewar. Dunleavy back in his own zone. To Grady Heacock. Davis strips the puck and walks back into the spring forward end. We're 3.5 minutes into the third period. A 2-1 hockey game. Advantage Salesianum, and they'll get an attacking zone face-off on this icing. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution tailored to your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Nickel could not walk through traffic. Trying to jam the puck in. Sear frozen out net front. Sammy Pietropaulo hugging that near post for save number 10. Davis the other way. Salesianum, did he get there? Sure looks like it. Here it comes again on the 4-1-2 instant replay. Justin Salesianum with his second of the year. Off the centering feed from Davis. And we're going to take another look at this for the sake of confirmation. We do have our particulars as Justin Salesianum pots his second goal of the season. Salesianum goal, his second of the season, scored by number 35, Justin Salesianum. Assisted by number 15, Connor Davis. And number 6, Peter Brennan. Time of the goal, 4 minutes and 5 seconds of the third period. Salesianum's second from Davis and Brennan at 4:05. Five and a half elapsed of the third period. Here comes Graham. He tried to cut through the slot but got tied up by Seth Galati at the near dot. Graham outnumbered at the line, dumps the puck in. It's cleared by Penchak the other way. Galati reels it in. Centering pass of the shot. Off the stick of Patrick Fergus was off its mark. The centering feed intended for Graham did not connect. We've passed the 6-minute juncture of the third period. Salesianum with a 3-1 lead over the Rams of Spring Ford. Venezia could not clear. Aiden Pastor one-on-one. Got the shot away from 20 feet on Sammy Pietropaulo, who held on for the pause with 10:24 to go here in the third period. Another shot, another pause. And almost a carbon copy of what we saw led to the next stoppage. .945 remaining. Here in the third period of a 3-1 hockey game. Gainer backhand, no. And Olsen freezes for another break in the action. Nine and a half to go. Hand pass called, and we'll do it again. So we come back a zone for the restart. Salesianum the culprits. And here's Dylan Sear barreling back the other way. He tried to throw a backhand shot on net, but D'Italia broke it up. And he flips the puck to Mercante on the recovery. This will be called offside, much to Dewar's chagrin. But we're whistled to a halt with 9:05 remaining in regulation. Sidney Butler, first night on the job in the TD chair, and doing it well. Our videographer is Ellie Bates. Our production assistant is the stat man Eli Swope, and we've got a cross check with 8:56 to go. And this is going to go against Salesianum. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 16, Sean Melican. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 4 seconds in the third period. Melican 2 for cross-checking at 8:04. 5/6 of the game complete. 1/4 of this Delaware trash can penalty kill. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill complete. Pastor to Sear. Back to Pastor, marked by DeStefano. Nearly bobbled across ice pass. The shot from Broden Nickel was off the back glass. Pastor crossed to the left point to protect the zone. Bell takes this away and he rifles the puck up ice. Half the Melican penalty is gone. Sears spin move to get around Bell. Couldn't find Schaefer on the advancing pass in the neutral zone. Morady launches this the rest of the way. Sear to Pastor. Advanced on to Sear. Riley trying to drive his way up the left wing boards. Got shoved into the wall by Bell. And now to the final 15. Another failed breakout from Springford, but Pastor gloves the puck down to foil a Salesianum clearing attempt. That chance on the doorstep was off the stick of Nathan Riley, but he couldn't connect. Another pair of rapid fires, Sammy Pietropaulo saves. And he holds on for dear life for the last one. Inside 7 to go. And a defensive zone face-off win completes a second successful Salesianum penalty kill. Davis recovers. He gets the puck back after Daniker nearly flubbed the breakout. Here's Graham in the center. Celentino looking for a third point. His shot in close, caught and held by Grant Olson for the pause. Fred Rustarina getting in the holiday spirit. Salesianum looking for a 6th consecutive win. And a 2-goal lead to protect as Moretti's shot from distance is handled facilely by Olson. Now 5:40 to go. In what hasn't been the smoothest of games from either side. A dearth of A-grade chances, disjointed momentum, nearly a chance on the doorstep for Bell just now. Off the centering feed from Ethan Mercante, but he couldn't get stick-on puck at the edge of the blue paint. Moretti works to protect the point. We're down to the final 5 minutes. DeStefano to Mercante behind the net. Rolled to Betterly at the left point. His shot was blocked. Races on for a loose puck back to the Salesianum line. Betterly got there with plenty of time to work with. He finds DeStefano, but he's surrounded by blue sweaters on his way in. DeStefano pressured, still got a shot away, and it was paddled to the near side by Olson, who comes back for the follow-up save. This is an icing against Spring-Ford with 4:39 to go in regulation. Michael Salucci, who scored his first goal of the season, which stands as the go-ahead for Salesianum. Overpowered in the face-off circle. Dylan Sear back the other direction. Got tied up by Daniker on his way in toward the net. The shot from Flaherty. Caught and held. And the draw comes to his right after the stoppage. Last 4 minutes. Salesianum trying to keep the pressure on and not bend too much. But as Bob Thomas so often says, it is everyone's job to play defense. The Salesianum back check has certainly done their share of the lifting. They've limited Spring-Ford to maybe 2 odd man rushes all game. Final 200 off the neutral zone face-off. Graf to Venezia. Melican steals the puck deep in Salesianum territory, but he gave it away to Galati. Centering feed, intercepted, nearly pushed out by Kropp, but Graf keeps the zone airtight for Springford. Olsen remains in his cage as we enter the antepenultimate minute of a 3-1 hockey game. Salesianum have outshot Springford 31-15. They have outscored them 3-1. Goals from DiStefano, Salucci, and Celentino. Celentino as well with an assist, setting up the DiStefano goal, which opened the scoring 2:05 into the second. We've entered the final 2.5 minutes. Here's Connor Davis. Centering pass intended for Kropp, broken up. D'Italia holds the zone. Solid defensive play from Blake all evening as well. His name's not on the score sheet, but man, has he made a big impact for Salesianum, not just tonight, but all season long. Davis off the D'Italia setup. Shot was on net. Olsen with save number 29, and we're inside the final 2 minutes. Odd man rush. Here's Celentino again! Justin Celentino lights the lamp a second time. And that'll put that one away as Salesianum goes up 4-1. Crisp, clean puck movement up ice. Celentino with his third of the year, second of the game. Again from Davis. And DiStefano getting the secondary to make this 4-1. Salesianum goal. His third of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 35, Justin Celentino. Assisted by number 15, Connor Davis. And number 14, Jerry DiStefano. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 13 seconds in the third period. Celentino's third, second of the game. From Davis and DiStefano at 15-13. We now come to the final 1 minute of the contest. Which will see Salesianum coast to their 6th consecutive victory. Coming up next on the Delaware Hockey Network, the Delaware Men's Division I Blue Hens taking on Stony Brook in their first of 4 meetings this season. Puck drop slated for 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, we thank our entire crew. Technical Director Sydney Butler, Videographer Ellie Bates, Production Assistant Eli Swope, our good friend Tim Dominic, Co-Executive Producer Molly Jo Rosen, Assistant Producer Broadway Joe Sindoni, Ryan Dominic for the assist behind the scenes, the entire 412 crew. We couldn't do it without all their collective hard work. And off a 14-save performance from Sammy Pietropalo, Salesianum earns their 6th consecutive win. Tonight's final score: Salesianum 4, Springford 1. Final shots on goal: Springford 15, Salesianum 33. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's number 3 star with 2 assists for Salesianum, number 15, Connor Davis. Tonight's number 2 star with a goal and an assist for Salesianum, number 14, Jerry DiStefano. And the number 1 star of the game with 2 goals and an assist for Salesianum, number 35, Justin Salentino. That will do it for us for the first half of our Delaware Hockey Network doubleheader. Salesianum on the power of 2 Justin Salentino goals, improving to 6-1 on the year, 6 consecutive wins for the Sals, and they'll be back here on home ice next Friday to take on the Crusaders of Father Judge. For the whole DHN 412 crew, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. We'll be back in about an hour's time for the second half of our twin bill as Delaware's Men's Division I Blue Hens host the Seawolves of Stony Brook. Good night to you all. We'll see you back in an hour or so.